Good evening and welcome to another episode of Legacy Gaming with Atari Man 71. I am playing my entire Atari 2600 collection right now, but I am going to continue on and play other consoles. And basically, as time permits, I'll get these, I'll record them and I'll put them out on YouTube. So I'm going to go through my entire 400 over 400 games of Atari, and then I have ColecoVision, I have an Intellivision, I have an Atari 5200, an Atari 7800. I have an Odyssey 2 coming, which we'll explore that a little bit. I also have an Atari XE gaming system, XEGS. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw some pictures of it. I cleaned it up over the weekend. I also have a 2600 in PAL, so we'll explore some PAL cartridges that maybe you've never seen before. I got a lot planned for the channel, so please thumbs up the video, please subscribe, please follow me on YouTube, please follow me on Twitter, please follow me on Twitch, and tune into my stream. I stream every night, Monday through Friday, from 7 to 8 p.m. So tonight I have 3 more games for you. I have Realsports Football, I have Vanguard, and I have Atari Video Cube. And I'll get into the information here. Realsports Football. Pardon me. Slipped. Realsports Football, cartridge number CX2668. It was released in 1982. It uses a joystick. I didn't have this as a kid, but one of my friends had it, and so we did play it a little bit. And it's night and day compared to the other football that I played. The players look like people. First of all, it's a side scroller. The other one was top down. This one is a side scroller. The animations in the game look decent. They're better than they were before. And running is difficult in the game because tackling is so easy. When you complete a deep pass, the defender kicks it into high gear. And a lot of times, if it's, over 50 yards, the defender can catch up to you and tackle you. I'm really not that good at this game. I played it a little bit in practice, and it just was more than I could manage, I think. So there's 5 players on each side of the field. You control one. When you tackle someone, they fall over. When they score a touchdown, they dance. It's kind of cute. The game is 15 minutes long. I probably won't play a full game because it's a little frustrating for me. Not as frustrating as real sports soccer, but I'm really not that good at it, and I struggle with playing with it because it's frustrating. But there are no kickoff in the game. You can't go out of bounds. You can't fumble, but there are interceptions, field goals, and punts. For a field goal, you just have to kick the ball across the goal line. And for a touchdown, you just have to get across the goal line. So VGR ratings for this game, the graphics were 3, which is decent, and the playability was 4 for fun. I guess that's if you're not frustrated. So I'm going to turn off my static. And the cartridge is already inserted. I'm using my Wiko command controller. I find it pretty easy. This game, and with the games tonight, it's probably the perfect controller. So I will turn the game on. So there's the field. I'm just going to play game 1. Difficulties are both in B, and I'm still going to do poorly. Oh, you start out every series on the 20-yard line. Every time there's no kickoff, so you start at the 20-yard line. Or you can take over on downs or with an interception or on a punt. So we'll see how I do. I didn't do well in practice, so I may quit the game early. So I'm going to do a run play first. See, the defenders, they're just so fast. I mean, I gained no yards there. And probably if I moved diagonally, I would, but if you just tap a defender, I'm going to call the same play. If you just touch a defender, it knocks you down. So, oh, that was not a pass play. Maybe you can turn any play into a pass play, but I'm calling run Ooh, I busted out. Oh, but see, the defender caught up. Oh, and that was 4th down. Oh no, that was a mistake. So now I'm going to do pass defense. Oops. Got him. That was terrible. So I knocked the ball down. So now it's 4th down. So I'm doing all-out blitz. Ball across the goal line. So now I'm getting the ball at the 20-yard line. See, if you get too close to the defender on the top, it tackles you. If you cut in, the linebacker is just so fast in this game. And there, the lineman got me. So it's 3rd down. I'm going to pay attention to downs this time. And I can't do anything. So now I'm going to kick. So there's my punt. You don't have to turn around to punt, but boy, that was a terrible punt. All right, so defense. So I found is defending the short pass play and using your linebacker to cover the run is always a really good strategy. So now he's doing a long pass play, undoubtedly. So I got another sack. So now he's going to punt the ball. So I'm going to all-out blitz. And I don't think you can block a kick. Man, he almost got a field goal out of that. And there's no difference between punts and field goal kicks. So if that ball had crossed the goal line, he'd have gotten the points. So I'm going to try a pass play here. I do poorly in pass plays. So I just threw it away because the defender was coming. Try it again. So see, that was a long pass play, and I only got 3 yards because if you start running with the guy before he gets the ball, it's incomplete. And then, maybe once the tone starts, I can start running and maybe get a few more yards. But see, that was incomplete. I started to run. I saw him open, and I was just like, frustrating. Oh, no. I kicked that too soon. Well, just a game, right? So that's an interception sound. So I got the ball again. So I'm going to run here, be safe. Maybe I get a field goal out of this one. Okay. Man, he's coming hard. Trying to keep me out of field goal range. I think I am still out of field goal range, but I'll do the kick anyway. So I'm at the 38, 41. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. I thought I was on the other 40. All right, so punt time it is. So maybe he'll pin him deep. Maybe he'll get a safety out of it. Man, I hit that button. I don't know what happened. All right, back on defense. Well, and I'm done. He's toasted me. See how I'm saying the defender catches up. He kind of chugs along, but I'm not going to catch him. Dance. So this is a long pass play to the bottom. Ugh. So I got nobody gets open, and then now here I am at 3rd and 12. I don't know what to do. It's 3 and out every time for me. Decent punt at least. 60 yards in the air. So that's an interception? Yeah. So I'm on the 26, so I'm in field goal range, everybody. I'm not going to screw this up. I'm just going to run. Because I know you can't fumble. But man, these defenders are just ridiculous. All right, so the 27-yard line. So I'm going to kick. I better. What? That crossed the goal line. He's at the 20. And I didn't get any points. This game cheats. That was my favorite thing to say as a kid. Oh no. 3rd and 8. Got him. So I'm out of field goal range. I screwed that up. I mean, it's nothing. Maybe I don't run upfield. Maybe I run diagonally towards the sideline. Try it again. See, that's the thing. You can't do anything here. 20-yard punt. This game does cheat. Well, I say it cheats, but I mean, you look how fast my linebacker's fast. So he's mostly 3 and outs too. He went for it on 4th down? That was crazy. So now I'm in scoring range, so I'm gonna run again. Maybe I'll get lucky here. Nothing. I got 2 yards. What the hell? All right, I'm sorry, I gotta look at the instructions for kicking a field goal because I thought I read that kicking a field goal was the same to kick kicking the ball through the goalpost is a field goal and counts for 3 points with the ball brought out to the 20. Kicking the field goal is random and depends on your proximity to the goal line. If you kick within 20, your chances are excellent. If you kick beyond 40, better try something else. So I missed it. So it's saying I missed the field goals. Even though he always scores them. Oh man, I screwed that up too. Now he's got 50 yards on a run play. Just frustrating. That should have been picked off. My man was there. Pushed him back, but he's going to punt here. Maybe he'll go for it. Yeah, he's going to punt. Oh, he kicked a field goal from... This game does cheat. And this isn't B difficulty. I mean, my guys are not open. A long pass play for 1 yard. I don't get this game. Well, that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up. This game is frustrating. He kicks a 50-yard field goal. I can't even kick a 30-yard field goal. I mean, what is that? It's cheating. Sorry. So the next game on my list is Vanguard. Let's see. This is what Vanguard looks like. So, a little information about Vanguard. Vanguard was released in 1981. It's cartridge number CX2669. It uses the joystick, and I remember playing this as a kid, but we didn't actually own this game. We may have borrowed it from someone else, and if you notice, a lot of Atari games have a name written on them. That comes from the parents who were sick of their kids loaning out the games only to never see them come back. It was really frustrating if you're a parent paying $40 or $50 for a video game and your kid doesn't comprehend how much money that was back then. I mean, it's still money now. But you paid all that money back then, and your kids just kind of, gave it away. And then if their name wasn't on it, they would never get it back. Kids would, oh, no, that's mine. Oh, Dad, Grandma gave me that. That's not his. Kids would lie. They'd lie through their teeth. Gen X is terrible. We are. So you'll see a lot of cartridges with people's names on them in black marker or paint or something else, just so that the parents could collect them back up, because, it was a big expenditure for parents, and they all kind of bought into it. Those Cabbage Patch dolls, all the Star Wars toys. There's a lot of stuff parents put a lot of money into, and they wanted to make sure that their kids kept their stuff. So Vanguard is a scrolling game. It scrolls to the side, it scrolls up and down. Basically, you have this ship and you're flying through a tunnel, and you face different enemies going along the way. Once you kill enough of them, you move on to the next section of the tunnel, and at the end of the tunnel is a boss that you need to defeat to move on. It's very easy to defeat this boss, at least in the easy difficulty switches where I play it. Vanguard was hailed as a successful port of an arcade game to the 2600. They cut back on the graphics, but the gameplay was very much like the arcade game. So VGR ratings for this game: the graphics are 3, which is decent, and the playability is 3, which is worth playing. Personally, I find it a little more fun than worth playing. Some games are rated worth playing. This one is actually pretty fun. The nice thing about it has a continue feature. So I'm going to go show you all the way through to the boss, and then after you pass the boss, you're unable to continue. So I'll just end it there, and then we'll call it the game. So here we are back at Vanguard, and you see that the computer is kind of showing you what's here. The little E's that scroll by on the screen, those are invincibility power-ups. If you fly into that, you can basically crash into the ships. You can't shoot anymore, but nothing can kill you. Here's the vertical scrolling section, and I'm playing this in the easiest difficulty, which is both difficulty switches are on B. So I'll start the game. Still playing with my Wecco command, and we'll see how it goes. Missed it. So these enemies are not shooting yet, but there are some later. I didn't get it. I wanted to show it to you. Alright, I'm going to get this one. So now there's no ships now that I can fly into them. So now it goes back to firing. Messed that up. So now the enemies are shooting at me too. So I didn't want to get that one because sorry, I wasn't looking at the screen. Because the ship made it so that I would crash if I tried. See, I did there. And there's continue on this, so it's not really a big deal, but at least these difficulty ratings, I'll try to get a decent score there. But I know for a fact that right now... Continue? Yes. Man, yeah, I don't look for the lasers. I'm looking for the ships. And you can't shoot their lasers, which... I think the real way to play this game is to shoot them left or right of you. And I was getting stuck in this pattern here where... Okay, so I'm moving on to the next section. So this section, you gotta look out for the ones that come from the left and the right, because if you don't, if you focus on the forward and backwards, you're gonna get hit. And then you get in situations like this where you're kind of squeezed in there, and man, it's just a tight space. And I think the balloons, or whatever these are, slightly, and there is a little forgiveness, but just a little. So I'm on to the next section. Killing it. Continue? Yes. Oh, come on, that was crap. Man, just stinking it up. Ugh. Thought I moved up in time. Continue? Yes. Oh. When you lose 2 lives on the first 2 enemies, that's just ridiculous. I mean, these games never said they were easy. Next section. So now we're in the vertical section. Oh, I didn't look. I always start out right away. I shot that way, it just shot over it. Here's me saying I'll do better in the vertical section. Destroyed and owned by the game in the vertical section. Man. Not paying attention. I was looking where my bullets were doing. I apologize. Focused. Next section. This is difficult. It's not the most difficult, but I have real trouble with these bricks. Oh, this is the first time I've made it through one. Oh, I hit the wall. I was trying to shoot that thing to get through. Like I said, this section is the most difficult part for me. I'm getting better. I need play this if you want. Crushed. So that's important to see too. You got to shoot through that wall, and then shoot that laser beam out. And then I think with this, you slow down. And speed up, but you have to do it right. Man, that's rough. Continue. You lose your almost made it through. Like I said, those give me a lot of trouble. Can't get the timing down right. Maybe one of these days. There we go. To the next section. I got through 3 of them that time. That was terrible. I saw it, but I just wasn't in the right spot. So these balloons, sometimes I'll see a laser go right through them. You know, it's not that the game's cheating, it's just that it's limited. So here's the worms. So these things are terrible. They suck your points away from you. And they move erratically. See, I couldn't do anything there. Oh, come on. You know, I'm starting to finally get a decent score. These stupid worms coming points away. Now these are difficult. I would advise you shooting the arrows from the side because you can crash into their debris if you don't. Next section. Oh, this is the boss. That's it. He's destroyed. So now we just continue on through the game and face the same enemies just at a faster speed. Which actually, this first segment, because nobody shoots at you, is probably the easiest. It's just like free points. So now we're going to go into the ones that shoot at you. And speed up and slow down. I'm getting better at this game. A little practice, that's all it takes. Sorry about the squeaking in my controller. But it works pretty good. Especially in this baby difficulty. That was close. Okay, next section. Vertical. Now this, you gotta slow way down. Oh, man, I'm not gonna make it through this. You got to slow it down because it's automatically, man, I'm just done. That's game. So that's game. 21,000. Not too bad for a rookie. I'm a real rookie at this. It's a lot of fun, though. If you're collecting Atari and you're new to Atari, if you have an opportunity to get Vanguard, I'd recommend it. It's not the best game in the world, but as far as a game that you could play for hours and hours, I think it's pretty decent. It's definitely worth adding to your collection if you don't have it or if you're starting out. I'd recommend it. So the last game I have tonight is Atari Video Cube, and here it is. So I'll give you a little information about Atari Video Cube. So Atari Video Cube game number is CX2670. It was released in 1982, and it uses the joystick controller. And I only recently bought this game. I was really not aware of it as a kid, and really, I mean, whose parents would spend the money on a video game when a Rubik's Cube was so much cheaper? Anyway, this game is similar to a Rubik's Cube, but it's actually like completely different and kind of like cheating. Basically, you're Hubie the Cube Master, and you can't rotate a row or column, but you can rotate the whole cube. Okay, so you pick up a color and you place it elsewhere, but it won't let you travel across a color that you're carrying, and so it makes it interesting. It's an interesting take on it. It's sort of like, my opinion, it's sort of like peeling off the stickers on a Rubik's Cube and figuring out where it goes, but there's limitations as far as that, and it keeps track of your moves. So if you want to compare your ability to solve the games against other people, you could say, hey, I did cube X for so many moves, and I mean, Rubik's Cube was always about speed moves. So VGR ratings for this game: the graphics are 3, which is decent, and the playability is 3, worth playing. And I would definitely agree with those. I think it's worth playing. So here we see Atari Video Cube. I'm just going to play game 1. There's multiple variations here, but it takes long enough to play it on game 1. So I'll just run through that and then call it an evening. So I'll just reset the game now. So first thing you need to do is pick up a color, because you can't move until you pick up a color and see. Oh, if you hit left and right, you can actually pick. See, I didn't see that. Which cube you play. So let's play cube 46. So you push the button and it starts the cube. Okay. So I have a purple. So what I like to do is I try not to change the center colors to start with, and I form a plus so that I can walk on the outside edges, because you can't cover your colors. So now I can't go left because of the color, but I'm going to go up. Nope, up is blue, so I'm going to go there, and they're up. So that's not blue, that's not blue, there's blue. So like I said, I'm going to make the plus, so I'll pick up the pink. There's a pink, so I need to go around that. There's pink, so I got to go this way. No pink. I'm doing way more moves than I need to, so there's a pink there. Pink is here, so in the plus position. So I don't know. There's some in the corner. I don't bother with it. So can't go left again. So there's an orange there. So we're back at pink. There's an orange there. Red. Green. There's an orange there. So there's orange. So plus position. So now I have blue. Oh, there's a blue. So that counted for several moves. So there's pink. There's red. There's blue above me. Okay, so now green. So I'm going to move. Pink. Now you can see that edge. It's green. And there's blue on the other side, I think. No, see, that's pink. That's interesting. So it's still green, so that's out of the question. So my plus form. Okay, so now I got a pink. So pink was... And so I'll do this one. It's a blue. Man. So I'm stuck here. So instead of, I'll do the extra moves here. So now I got a purple. There's a purple there. Purple all over the place. I got an orange. Pink. I got a green. A lot of green here. So now I got a red. Purple. Oh, there's purple right there. So I have my plus shape on the purple now. I have red. And I have a pink. Now I'm at plus shape on the pink as well. So now I have a purple again. So now I'm going to start filling in corners. So I got a green again. Don't quite have my plus. I have a blue. Red. Red is this way. Orange. Pink. Okay, so now I have all my pluses in place. That was pink. Okay, so now I got an orange again. Purple. Pink. Blue. Purple. Blue. Orange. Red. So green is solved. 374 moves. Now we gotta get red. Purple. Purple is solved. So now we gotta get pink. Must be right here. Red is solved. Oh. So it's purple. I had trouble figuring out which color that was. Orange. Purple is solved, so there's an extra purple piece. So there it's solved. Less than 500 moves. I see you beat me on that on a Cube 46. I'm sure you can. So that's Atari Video Cube. It's actually pretty fun, for what it is. It's a interesting take on the Rubik's Cube, and it was pretty fun. So if you like videos of me playing these old Atari 2600 games, I'm going to make quite a few of them. I have over 400 games. I think 350 of them are unique, maybe 375. Um, Yesterday I said I have 4 more weeks of just the ones published by Atari, and then I'm going to get into the other, like the Parker Brothers, the 20th Century Fox, the CBS Electronics, the Star Path. There's so many games out there, and some of them are knockoffs, and some of them are responsible for the crash of the video game market when Atari kind of, they were kind of like an open source thing, and anybody could make games for their system, and then people started putting out just trash games. I mean, if you hear David Crane talk about it, he at the time was very concerned because there were so many people making these games, and the content was not good. And I'll bring up some games that came out that were just terrible, just not up to the specs. I mean, this was a 1982 game, and it's a little better. It's a lot better actually than some games. There's a lot to do in it, and it's a puzzle. Kind of like a Rubik's Cube. But I'm sure he wasn't speaking about Atari when David Crane said there's game publishers out there that weren't putting out good content. I know from a personal situation. I posted on it on Twitter. My brother picked up a game, for free because he wanted it at a contest. He had a choice between Pitfall, which is an all-time great game, and the game Bugs by Data Age. But the cover art of Bugs looks so incredible. He was like, "Oh, this is next level." When he got home, he was 8 years old. We put Bugs in, and we were just like, "Ugh." And then I told him later, it's like, never get a game that has paddle controllers, and never trust the box art. Paddle controllers weren't the joystick. All the fun games use the joystick. I mean, it's kind of the truth behind it. So if you enjoy these kind of videos, I'm going to be putting them out on this channel. Please thumbs up in YouTube. Please, subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Subscribe to my Twitch. Follow me on Twitter. I put a lot of content on Twitter. I try to post daily, sometimes multiple things. Sometimes just pictures, sometimes links to my videos, but I enjoy sharing this collection with you. It's a big collection, and if I don't share it electronically, it's just gonna get dusty in my basement again. And so I'm doing this, and there's games on here that a lot of people haven't seen, and granted, you could play emulators and everything, but I prefer playing on the real hardware. So I'm gonna call it an evening. As always, stay healthy, be safe, wash your hands, and social distance. I'll be back tomorrow with 3 new games, and have a nice evening, and thank you.